Facebook, as we know, it started as more of a like social connection platform with your friends, students, whatever. And then it was like, oh, personal information as to who you are, and then sharing news and news feeds and what your mood is like, which is also so bizarre to me. Like, why do I want to share?
Unsure of my mood right now.
I used to actually love that shit.
What would you put? Can you give us an option of one of the moods? I'm so besides like happy or sad.
In love or excited.
Oh yeah, because relationships are also a big thing on Facebook as well.
That's why I honestly feel like it started off as one of those things behind the screen of like who's hot, who's not, and who's in a relationship and who isn't. Who can I bug? Anyways, like let's go back to the newsfeed situation here. In 2015. They changed the algorithm in which news feeds were to favor content from your close friends. And then over time in 2016, it adjusted the algorithm again so that it would also, again, just prefer your friends' posts, so not just feeds, but then posts. But then 2018 was a big turn in which it actually preferred, the algorithm was to prefer back and forth discussions. So that's when we started seeing a lot of like commentary, likes, dislikes, or like, it was just a lot of whatever had the most engagement was the content that would be at the top, basically. And then in 2020, like more recently, because of what we've seen happen in recent times, January 6th, they've had to then change the algorithm to more trustworthy and quality news sources. Another thing that really shocked me that I really want to share with you, Lauren, and everybody here as well, it's like this whole clickbait farm situation that exists, that it's not just Facebook that utilizes these algorithms in order to monetize as well through clicks. It's also that they're funding these things. And it's not just Facebook, it's Google as well. There's an article that came out and it was basically explaining as to like how it's broken down percentage-wise, and just long story short, like something has happened prolifically in Myanmar where we've heard a lot of like viral things circulating that are seriously horrific. I can't even put it into words, but just images, videos, and it's instigated wars and destabilized countries as I've briefly mentioned there. But basically clickbait farms, like they'll pick up on one article and then they'll republish it as another article, but basically taking the same words, but it's being published by somebody else, another outlet, which could be real or not, who knows. But because of that, it then becomes viral. And the psychology behind that is the more a person is exposed to a piece of content or news, the more that they'll believe into it. And that's how, segueing into the next issue, is how the Worst of the Worst project came about as well, in which it basically, there's a report showing that the company also had this information in which the algorithm potentially harms more minority groups than others. And that is also because of the fact in which you're more exposed to this content that's dangerous, and therefore people will start to sort of respond and react in a way that makes it more okay overall within society.
Yeah, it's seen as like accepted.
Exactly. And that is the real scary part of it.